What role do brokers and forwarders play in the trade compliance process?
They facilitate the entry filing, the documentation, and the movement of the goods. So they are a very important partner in the overall trade compliance activity, and having a good, solid relationship with those brokers and forwarders is very important. They rely heavily on data that's provided by the importer and exporter. So they have a critical role there in working together to make sure that data is correct. And they're also expected to play a role in helping with compliance. So they are as much a part of the compliance environment as the importer or exporter is. And so being able to work together collaboratively is very important.
Where do brokers most often encounter risks and challenges?
Inconsistent or incomplete data. That's going to be the biggest item where brokers and forwarders challenges. They just don't have enough information to be able to effectively flow through the process. Pressure to do high volumes while they're trying to maintain accuracy. Most brokers are maintaining an unbelievable amount of entries on a day-to-day basis, and they're becoming increasingly more complex, especially with the new tariffs. And so that volume can become very, very difficult for them to manage. And they're also trying to keep current with those regulations. As dynamic as everything is, their systems are sometimes not up to date with the with the current regulations. There may be training issues with the internal teams, and so they're struggling to keep up with the clients and also struggling to keep up with the government.
So what helps improve consistency and reduce risk for brokers?
Well, part of that's going to be clear expectations from the very beginning, establishing good statements of work and standard operating procedures for your brokers and also your forwarders, so they know specifically what their expectations are, what they're expected to do, and also what you as the importer exporter are required to do and how you can support them in that process. Being able to be available to them when there is higher risk or more complex situations and entries or exports. So that availability is also really important, to be able to answer questions when they do have them.
For sure.
Sharing correct and timely information. That will help them be more effective in their process and avoid any delays and penalties by being able to be proactive and providing it to them in the time frame that they need it to be. And finally, leveraging technology. I think that's one of the key areas, is that global trade automation can really help with this overall flow and process of sharing data, as opposed to emails and phone calls and communications. Being able to leverage things like broker portals and a global trade automation suite that's integrated with their systems can really help drive efficiency in the process.